My first visit with my primary care provider over in Central Point, she made it quite clear that if I continued on living the way I was living, I'd be dead within 5 years. When I heard those words, I was kind of taken aback. I knew I had severe health problems. I didn't think they were that bad, but they were. And through her, she brought out and told me what would happen to me if I didn't change. And nobody's ever done that before. No medical provider's ever done that before. As I was growing up, our meals mostly consisted of meat, potatoes, maybe a little side dish, and a dessert after every meal. Along with those, as I was growing up, I would go down to fast food places, have a double cheeseburger, large fries, a soda, and call it good. And I think when you have habits like that, it spills over into adulthood. I remember a time we had gone to Walmart and I walked in and I had to stop and rest for 5 minutes and take my inhaler. And halfway through, I told my wife, I can't do this. I feel like I'm going to collapse. And we went back and went home. And that's when I knew something needed to be done. I couldn't continue on like this.
Empathy to me is being with someone in this open-hearted and knowing kind of way. Living with them as though their experience were my very own. And from that place of compassion and heart, doing all that I can do to help ease the suffering, ease the pain. Show them that people care about their lives and their future.
The first time I met Jer Bear, as we affectionately refer to him, was in Prescription Kitchen. He showed up for a class and he really infused his own passion into the class. And I could tell that he wanted to make a big change and difference in his life.
I've had this opportunity to see time and time again people who have really taken to heart this idea about finding health and working towards health and their goals by using food as a form of their medicine.
And the second class we went to, they threw out the no sugar challenge for 2 weeks. Don't eat any added sugar to anything. And at the end of 2 weeks, my swelling in my ankles went down to half the size, and about a week later, I had no more swelling in my ankles.
It's a joy, really, to see people really changing their life through lifestyle, mindfulness practices, and changing of their food.
The most challenging part of the mindfulness class is learning how to block out everything that was around you. And I thought, there's no way I can do this. Eventually it got to the point where I was doing it. And I take 15, 20, 30 minutes sometimes and just reflect. It takes stress away, it really does, and it works.
What I know for sure is that when we continue to attract and retain and be in this loving and compassionate way with the people that we work with and the people that we serve, the path unfolds itself for us. We just do the next right thing, the next right thing, and then the one right after that, because all the signals are there for us. Our patients tell us where to go, our board tells us where to go, the community says, hey, can you play this role? And when we know it fits with our values and our mission and our vision of the future, we're right there after it.
A short time later, Matt Hoagie announced that he was starting a 5K club, trained to do a 5K in 3 months. And it was easy walking at your own pace, and we decided to give that a try. And I just went a little bit further every day, a little bit further and back, a little bit further and back. And it got to the point where my goal was 5,000 steps. And it took me a few weeks to get even half that, but I got it done. And that's when I really started getting excited because I knew I could do it.
People had a vision for what La Clinica could be. And while it started in these really humble and sweet ways, I don't think they imagined at the time the magnitude and the impact that we would have in the community today.
The original building was one floor, just a few exam rooms. And in fact, the original staff were all part of the construction crew for the first remodel for the building. And I remember helping to pour concrete for the bathroom floors.
I do have some heart problems, and I know by gaining that extra weight, it was putting a strain on my heart. And without La Clinica, I'm positive I'd be dead by now.
La Clinica is a place that has true, genuine compassion for people. And we don't just serve patients, but we love on people.
I remember looking in the mirror, and what I saw wasn't a reflection of what I really was, and it really bothered me. I went from a 55-inch waist down to a 47-inch waist. I got rid of the cane, I got rid of my nebulizer, and I got rid of my inhalers. Occasionally I need them, but not often, and that's a major change in my life right there.
I can't imagine this community without that work and dedication and vision. It's like without that kind of love and compassion, I don't know. It's not the world I want to live in, you know.
When I look at myself in the mirror, I can now look back and pat myself on the back for the accomplishments I made. And at the same time, look forward to having even more in the future. And I think I'm getting older now, and I have a loving family, and I want to spend as many years as I can with them. And I think by going this route, it'll happen.